So I've heard a lot of people say that the first thing they'll do once they get vaccinated is have a massive party in Ibiza. But I'm here to tell you why this isn't a good idea, or at least not yet. That is, provided you're not already the kind of person who'd rather spend a week in bed with coronavirus than 72 hours getting down to Calvin Harris. Getting vaccinated protects you from most of the most severe effects of COVID most of the time. We know this because of big clinical trials where they gave some people a vaccine and some people an injection with just some salty water in it and waited to see what happened. And across all 3 vaccines now approved in the UK, they found that for the thousands of people in their clinical trials, people who received a vaccine were a lot less likely to get really ill with COVID-19 and a lot less likely to die. Hooray for science, hooray for vaccines, bring on Ibiza. Yes? No. Because what they didn't look at in the trials was whether or not having the vaccine made you any less likely to catch the virus in the first place, nor whether having caught it you were any more or less likely to spread it to others. Why? Because they didn't look. You'd have had to test each of those thousands of people in all of the trials for COVID-19 every single day, whether or not they seemed in any way ill. That's in order to pick up those super tricksy asymptomatic cases where the person is going around like, I'm fine, and in reality they have it and are spreading it to everyone they meet. Why didn't scientists do this testing? The usual. Time, money, shortage of tests. The main priority was to answer the question, does this vaccine help stop you dying of COVID-19? Which it did, and it does. But there are still a range of other questions which their studies weren't set up to tackle, so currently we don't know. People are doing research on it now, and then later we'll find out. Yay for science. But in the meantime, we have 2 options. 1. Hope the vaccine prevents you getting it asymptomatically and live life to the max once vaccinated. Or 2. Be cautious and assume that even if you personally are almost certainly safe from COVID-19 causing you serious harm, you might still be able to get it asymptomatically and pass it on to others. The problem with option 1 is that if we're wrong, there'll be a lot of people who get infected through our banging parties. And as we all know, infections spread through the population as age groups interact and are followed by subsequent waves of people ill in hospital and ultimately deaths alongside health system meltdowns. Which is why until the results of the studies come in and tell us for sure either way, or until we're all vaccinated, we all need to hold off booking that plane ticket. Sorry. So, Zoom party at my place? Everybody!